Hello. Today we are going to react to the new Intervalo trailer. I don't really know anything about this besides my theory crafting from the teaser, so we can go ahead and give this a watch. Oh, I guess I do know about the okay, I do know. I remember the extra teasers they posted with Mersault with long hair, ego. Angdu Ishmael, and whatever that last one was. It was I saw people saying S corp potentially, but I don't know why. Uh, all of it looked pretty cool though, so that's really all I know. So I'm gonna give this a watch, and here we go. There we go. Okay. Distortion stuff, regular stuff, yeah. That's a picture. Yeah.
피골이 상접하니 피눈물만 흐른다.
Okay, yeah, escort.
괜찮은 표현
Okay, that's
아닌가요?
awesome.
살과 뼈가 붙어먹으니 피가 아주 철철 흘러내리잖아요. 덕분에 저희 추노꾼들은 살판 났죠. 잡아와도 도망가고 또 도망가고 아주 일이 끊이질 않는답니다. 일이 나오시죠? 노비면 노비답게, 죄인이면 죄인답게
Okay.
이 오랏줄에 묶이시길. 몇 놈 놓치긴 했지만 어차피 잡아들일 노비는 차고 넘치잖아요.
Okay, that's awesome.
지금 이 순간에도 담을 넘고 다른 구역으로 떠나려던 민초들은
So this is
한가득.
probably gonna be the enemies we face
이번 추세에 일일비하지 말고 다음에 잘
after we
잡아보죠.
바람에 닳고 비에 씻겨도 검결은 흐려지지 않았으니 본위대로 맡은 바를 다할 뿐.
Okay. Oh,
LCD 부서
Sir
현장 추리팀
team.
소속 이스마엘. 의뢰하신 바에 따라 뒤틀린 포획 시작하겠습니다. 그저 칼을 휘두르는 것만이 전부였던 자들은 우두 곁을 떠났고 X사로 돌아가고자 뜻을 품었던 자들은 우두의 검에 베어
Also,
목숨을
wait, I
잃었어.
just realized these are in-corp enemies.
그러니-
Of course, we're in in-corp, yeah.
지금 검계라는 이름을 마땅히 댈 수 있는 자는 저 하나뿐이겠네요. 저는 선배분들처럼 강하지도 않고 아씨처럼 뛰어난 직관과 지성을 가진 것도 아니라서요. 살수본위 살아왔던 궤적대로 검을 휘둘러
You might
flash
to claim your bones. Wait.
죽여야 할
Wait,
것을
wait.
죽일 뿐이죠. 그게 사람이든 뒤틀림이든.
Yeah, so you have to lose the clash to claim the bones, and then
뒤틀림에서 다시 사람의 형상으로
is there a team up
살수의
with
방식으로는
him?
절대 도달하지 못했을 결과일 테죠. 이젠 좀 알 것 같네요. S사로 떠나기 전까지 제가 현장 출입팀에서
That's
무엇을
awesome.
배워가면 좋을지.
Also, based on this, these are robot arms. Robot arms going to in-corp. What are we doing? Or actually, we're going to S-corp, so interesting. Okay, I guess we're taking a stop by in S-corp to get to in-corp. Okay, this is just Shadow Vested Blades Singer. So that's basically just the what was it? It's the event thing. When the bog get came by and we got the event where you get the two egos. Okay, that's really cool.
숨을 거두리라.
It's a really cool. Okay.
삼켜지기 전에 되겠다.
Oh, okay, wait. So do you... Okay. It's showing regular attacks, so... Wait, there's no way, right?
달빛이 밝다.
Is this a synchronization? There's no way, right? I'm sorry, wait. So yeah, you lose the clash to playing their bows, quote unquote, but... Ego sync, finally? No way! Bamboo-headed Kim ego sync is crazy, there's no shot. Hearing Mersault laugh is actually crazy. Oh my god. That felt way longer than 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, so we get a picture gets taken of us, is what it looks like. And then, you know, yeah, Ezra goes, shit, because, you know, we gotta, yeah, as we got a photo taken of us, she's like, fuck, you know.
피골이 상접하니 피눈물만 흐른다. 괜찮은
Yeah, I
표현입니다.
saw people refer to these as S-corp taboo
뼈가
hunters.
부숴먹으니 피가 아주 철철 흘러내리잖아요. 덕분에 저희 추노꾼들은 살판 났죠.
Based on this, right, running away, they catch us again. It does seem like they're good taboo hunters, right?
몇 놈 놓치긴 했지만.
So we break the taboo, they eventually come after us, right? This is just Ezra. Limbus Company, Distortion, Oser team, which I'm guessing that's just the main team, right? Unless she's just, yeah. I'm just realizing the LCD right here kind of looks like the Library Ruina symbol. It's not, right? But it looks very similar to it. In-corp enemies, blah blah blah. She's not as good as the, you know, the rest of the LCD, right? But LCD Oser might be a different section, so she's probably gonna be, you know, Moses, Ezra, and Vespa are on the same team. She's on a separate team, but she's joining for the expedition with Bamboo. Right? That's what I'm assuming. Yeah, LCD on-site investigative reasoning team Ishmael. Yeah, so she's gonna be on her own team. That's awesome. And yeah, she's got basically the same gimmick as Bamboo-headed Kim. So this is, you know, yield my flesh, right, quote unquote. And then this is yield my flesh to claim weapons, which it's gonna be its own skill, obviously, but right. It just looks like a, I don't know, maybe a 2 coin or something. If you have Bamboo-headed Kim on the screen, then, or it's probably 1 point, right?
돌아오고 있어요.
1,
뒤틀림에서
and then you do another one
다시 사람의
with
형상.
bamboo. That's 1,
살수의
2,
방식으로는 절대 도달하지 못했을 결과일 테죠.
4. Okay, that just looks like a yield my. That just looks like a claim their bones. So, if you have bamboo on the bamboo headed Kim, then
이젠 좀
she
알
gets
것 같네.
boosted,
무엇을
obviously.
배워가면 좋을지.
And she also probably is going to have the Blade Lineage tagline. So, you could use her both on Blade Lineage and Girl Combo. She's going to have both, right? This is going to be technically a Blade Lineage ID. Technically going to have the tagline. And so you can use her on a Blade Lineage team. Awesome. I mean, a little old, but, you know. It's interesting how they're gonna make the Blade Lineage team, you know, maybe not viable again, but, like, give you a reason to use it. And also, this right here, if I didn't know any better, this looks like an ego sync, like from Library Ruin. Right? Awesome ego, right? Now, that right there looks like you turn into Bamboo-Headed Kim. And also, by the way, this is obviously not the Mersault Bamboo-Headed Kim, because blue eye, distortion stuff everywhere, right? I didn't clock that the first time. I don't know why. I'm stupid. But yeah, obviously, right? This is a different thing than the regular ID. And so, you get your own skills you can use with this. Skill 1, Skill 2, and then Skill 3. Or no, okay, that's the counter. And then this is the Skill 3. Yield my flesh to claim their bones. And this is going to count as, like, the second part of the ego. And I'm assuming the same thing applies with the corrosion, right? So, you know. You go here, you get the corrosion, you still get the ego sync, probably. And then, you know, you probably get that second part as well. Is if I were to guess, right? So, that's... I'm not sure if I could do really much lore speculation here, right? Besides the stuff I had already thought, but... Yes, same shenanigans. We're gonna still be, you know... Yeah, we're just gonna be in a bad situation, as per usual. Who would have guessed, right? I'm just... This is our first ego sync ego, which is awesome as hell. We get... I mean, I wouldn't say a Blade Lineage revival, but there's reason to use Blade Lineage with a modern ID, right? So this basically technically revives the Blade Lineage back up, right? Now, okay, I'm gonna look at this again because let's see here.
배워야 할 보니
I need to see here real quick.
살아왔던 궤적대로
If
검을
it's just the
휘둘러
ID, because if it's the ID, then, you know, obviously, yeah. See, this is the ID version, very different. So you use the ID, she gets buffed. Now you can also use the ego sync to do the same thing while giving her the buff, and yeah. So basically, yeah, Blade Lineage is back. Or you at least have a reason to use Blade Lineage, right? And then we just have S Corp Taboo Hunter due to they're probably going to come after us later in the Intervalo, right? We're going to be facing the in-corp grunts, and then we'll face, you know, we'll face the yeah, in-corp grunts, then we'll face these guys at some point. Now, I will have to say I'm a little lost on why we're in S-Corp right now. Probably just the fact we're going to be taking a stop by S-Corp, right? is the only thing I can imagine, right? Because obviously, yeah, we're obviously an S corp right now. The old like home place of these two, right? Actually, wait, was that the home place? I think it was, wasn't it? They came from S corp, which is hard to imagine now because that's been such a long time ago. Because obviously they're trying to find their way home,
삼켜지기 전에
Um, but yeah, we're gonna be passing through S corp, which will eventually end in us getting to N corp. I'm assuming this is N corp in the background. This looks like N corp. However, S corp seems to be full of N corp people. So oh, maybe that's what it is N corp has kind of like taken over S corp almost. Or has affected it in a lot of ways. I don't know, because we're going to N corp, and it just seems like we're facing a lot of N corp in. Yeah, see, this is S corp stuff right here, right? Not the white pale buildings and blah blah blah. Nice, nice scenery, right? That could be reminiscent of S corp Bamboo Hatted Kim stuff, right? Then we have these guys, got the N corp people. Why are they here, right? Why are we facing N corp people in S corp? Like that's what I want. And why are why are we facing the in-corp taboo in S-corp? Right? Because it seems like a photo is going to be taken. We're going to face the taboo hunters. The S-corp taboo hunt, like, I'm confused, right? S-corp taboo hunter is going to come over us for an in-corp taboo, and there's in-corp enemies in S-corp. It almost just seems like an in-corp takeover, pretty much, right? Like, in-corp laws and citizens and people are being applied to S-corp. Also, I do really like this being back in the room all the way back then, right? I think that's cool. Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff happening here. And yeah, this just looks like N-corp here, so I guess there's not much more I can say or speculate about. I just think that's interesting to note, right? All right, that's a lot to that's a lot of new stuff to go off. Ego Sync, Play Lineage, Renewal, S Corp Tattoo Hunter. Okay. All right. Well, that was pretty cool. Thank you all for watching. I will catch you all next time. Bye bye.